Good day, race fans, and welcome to the Wednesday night's MRL Xfinity Series. I am your host, Finn. In the booth again, we are excited for another night of iRacing. And today, we are live here from New York, Watkins, Glen. It is road course racing, okay? If you tuned in last week, we got the best of short track stock car racing. We've been to Darlington. We've gotten the chaos of oval racing. But now, we turn right, we turn left, and maybe we turn each other. As the MRL takes on the first road course, and I believe the only road course of the season. We shall see. So, while these guys are finishing up practice, why don't we talk to a name that we haven't talked to so far this season, who is currently the favorite for this week. So, let's see if we can't find Mr. Kelly, and if we can't, we'll find somebody to talk to in chat. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. Looks like he is not in a chat yet, so we will find somebody for a pre-race interview. Let's see who else. Who is quick? Alright, let's see if Ty is available. Ty Keela. Not in chat. These guys not in chat and thus not available here. All right, well, we may not have an interview to start this race off. Of course, a lot of guys getting that extra practice in. It's not often that these guys turn right. So, big focus here, and we will absolutely keep you informed. So let's take a look while we are waiting for these guys to get going and get ready for qualifying. Let's take a look at this racetrack. So, Watkins Glen is maybe the fastest of the road courses. And as you can see here, this isn't the winding, bending turns track you see of Sonoma or maybe the Chicago street course where everything's condensed. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of runoff here. As these guys hit the start-finish line, they're going to get up to speed, and then they're going to be braking nice and hard for kind of a downhill, right-handed 90-degree turn here. Okay, now, you may watch this race in real life and see that on that right-hand turn, there's a lot of runoff. They cannot use that in iRacing. They will get incident points. So these guys, it's going to be very imperative these guys get these cars slowed down as much as heavy Xfinity cars into that right-hander. After that, we're going uphill through the S's, a right-hander, a left-hander, then a quick right-hander. Pretty solid, pretty easy. The important thing is not getting too hard on the throttle on that left hand of the S's, because you can get tight. There is a little bit of a wall there. You don't want to hit that as you get that right-hander. Then we're getting up to speed, so one of the fastest parts of this racetrack before we get to the treacherous bus stop, where these guys are going to have to get hard on the brakes. A quick right-hander. You got to be careful entering too wide. Why? Because there's a wall there on the right side you can catch. The left side, there's rumble strips, and they are unforgiving, folks. After the bus stop, a quick downhill right-hander. This is where the passes are going to get formed here. Who can get through the bus stop cleanly, set themselves up for a good turn on that right-hander, and then we're back to a straightaway here, approaching the final left-handed turn of the lap. A 90-degree left-handed turn. There is runoff here, I believe they can use. I don't know to what extent, but definitely a passing zone. Definitely we'll see people giving up an incident point in order to get some grip there and use some of that passing lanes. And then finally, the right-hander. It is a little banked if they can hit it right, leading them back to the start-finish line. So, whew, that is your lap here. I hear dogs. David Owens is in the booth.
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight, Finley?
I'm looking for guys to interview, and none of them were in their chats. So I decided to walk everybody through a lap here at Watkins Glen. So how are you feeling here? Didn't you win a truck race here last night?
I did. And it's a completely different animal.
Okay, tell me about it.
Xfinity car. Oh man, the S is just the rear of the car is really loose and slidey through the S's. The bus stop, the curves in the bus stop unload the car so bad. So you can't driving it in deep over that bus stop. It's going to be very big in mistakes. S's going side by side in the S's is probably not going to be the greatest passing zone. So it's just, you're going to have to watch out for all that. So, and hopefully we can maybe try to flip a stage here.
Yeah,
I think we're going to try.
Yeah, I think this is where we're going to see the smarter racers, not necessarily the most talented guys. shine. It's going to be those guys that are willing to do like what you said, lift, let somebody behind that bus stop. And if you time it right, you lift late enough to where they think they were going to go in too wide and they maybe screw up their corner. But the craftiness is going to show tonight. So interesting you mentioned it being loose through the S's because the Cup cars are extremely tight through the S's. And you almost have to lift going uphill or stay in third going uphill to kind of not hit that fence. On the
Actually, I shift to fourth going up the hill in the S's.
To tighten
just
it
to
up.
make sure it stays a little bit more plain. Yep.
Interesting. And that's completely different. So as we're watching,
Yeah.
That's going to be really exciting here. So what do you think, where are you most confident on the track then? We talked about, S's are careful, bus stops careful. Is it into turn one? Are you feeling confident on that right-hander? Or is it the, coming
Turn
out
one, I'm not too bad about. But anything after the carousel to turn one, I feel pretty good about. If I can get through the bus stop with no issues most of the night, I think I'll have a pretty good run.
Sounds
So,
good.
and with limited cautions tonight, being just caution only for the stage, and unless there's some sort of massive wreck that blocks the track, there's nothing really to regroup anybody.
Gotcha. All right. Well, while these guys finish up their qualifying laps, we are going to stand by here for the national anthem. And welcome back here. As you can see, some of these times going down here for qualifying as they're finishing up here. Kelly is considered the favorite from his peers here. Let's see if we can't find where he's at. He's locked in, guys. He is nothing to say. So we're gonna find one Rayshon Wingfield at 23. Who finished, or who is currently 4th in points and had a really good race last week. So let's talk to Mr. Wingfield. Hey, Rayshon, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
Hello?
Hey, man. Want to talk to you pre-race. So you've been looking good last couple weeks, and you're sitting 4th in the standings, and you're 2nd in qualifying right now. What are you feeling in the car, and where are you most confident?
I love road courses. I feel like I'm best at road courses. I have my best chance of winning at road courses. And the car is it feels good right now. Hopefully the track doesn't change too much going into the race.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully Jared messes up somewhere.
Well, he's not
13.3 is ridiculous.
He's not Landry. He's not Landry. All right. So there's. I know he's quick and I know he's the favorite, but and hopefully the internet holds up because I was heartbroken for you as you restarted in 2nd, and I was like, all right, well, 23 has been kind of biding his time all day, and then of course next thing you know you're in the back to back. So a lot of guys have mentioned being kind of like loose up through the S's. Are you feeling that same way? And what are you doing to make sure the car stays tug in the corner? They're snug in the corner.
I feel the exact opposite. My car's tight in the S's. Like,
There you go.
I gotta let off like so much just to get it to rotate. Like, every time I get like to like the second little bend there
All right,
at the top of the
everybody, what's up?
hill,
How's everybody doing
it just
tonight?
wants to like float to the wall. There's
Um,
like no turn in it.
Congratulations,
I
Mr.
just
Kelly, on a pole.
gotta stay patient on the throttle there.
What up,
Hopefully
Dylan?
nothing bad
What's up on that
happens.
5?
We can get through there every lap.
Yeah,
Just play the strategy right.
yeah, exactly. Strategy, and we're talking to Owens, and this we were saying we'd rather wreck it at oval than we would at a road course, because when you wreck it at an oval, it could be your fault, their fault, netcode's fault. When you wreck at a road course, it's usually your fault. So good luck today. I mean, 4th in the championship standings, so you're sitting in a good spot. The only people in front of you are a guy who had like 3 straight top 2s and then 2-time winners. So keep the consistency up. Good luck tonight, man. Maybe Kelly will hand one to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. That's the 23 of Rayshawn Wingfield. He's been really quick, man, but there was some controversy in the chat after the last race. I'm a neutral party. I'm not here to blame anybody, but I will say this. It was short track racing. These guys were beating and banging on each other, holding on. We had old tires, new tires, and a track where there was really only one lane to pass. So, yeah, it was really a matter of testing each other's patience and driving with respect. And I'd say I didn't see anybody intentionally turn anybody. Let's go for it there. Everything else was just whether or not you agreed with somebody's line that they ran and things like that. So looking at the qualifying times, again, it looks like we've got a, what is the... I don't know if it's gridding up or what the case is at the moment. We are live. Okay, it is a 10-minute qualifying session, so maybe we can find one more driver to talk to here. Again, here at Watkins Glen. Let's get the lap totals here before I forget here. It is going to be a 55-lap race. Your stage caution will come at lap 25. Other than that, like Mr. Owen said, there are no planned cautions or cautions that can, if somebody spins, we're not trying to restack the field and take forever. It would take a massive wreck that people are unable to get restarted for there to be a wreck. So, but you'll see if there's caution. Let's see if we can find somebody else to talk to pre-race. Maybe somebody we haven't talked to so far on the season. We talked to these guys. We talked to... Let's see. Where's Dalton Wilson? Let's see if we could talk to Mr. Dalton Wilson, driver 977. Hey, Dalton, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We're starting further back in the pack. How are you feeling about Watkins Glen tonight?
I mean, normally I like this track. It's one of my favorite tracks, but I know this car's giving me a fit trying to figure it out. My plan is just survive.
Not a bad plan. Tell me about the car. I got some guys saying they're tight, some others saying they're loose. What are you feeling?
Like, I'm loose coming out of the S's, and I'm tight pretty much everywhere else.
Explaining that to the crew chief, and he's like, oh, Jesus. All right, well, I mean, again, we've mentioned a couple times here already. Most people say they'd rather spin on an oval than wreck on a road course, because when you wreck on a road course, it's usually your fault. So I like your plan of staying alive, starting back in the pack here. So, and obviously with the stage, maybe a strategy call to put you in good position. So just wanted to hear from you, and then good luck on your race tonight.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, that's Dalton Wilson of 977. Hearing what these different guys are dealing with every lap here as they're going to get gridded up here soon. And your pole sitter is the 55. So I want to say bear with me a little bit today, as the camera work is a lot different than an oval. So we're going to do our best to make sure that every battle is captured and we get as much action as we can here for this race, but just it's a lot of first on the broadcast here. As we learn, I am still unable to find a Jared Kelly so we can get an interview with our pole sitter. But that is okay. He's locked in. the favorite of the night. Your top 10 start this race. Jared Kelly in the 55, Rayshon Wingfield in the 23. Daniel Smith and Eric Thornton, the one machine there, are your third and fourth position. Then Colin Bollinger, two-time winner in the 53. Next to him is Joey Stiers. I've been corrected on the pronunciation of that name. And there's Ty Keela and Kyle Lynott. Following up here on the next row, Lynott and Kyle have yet to grid up. Hunter Manley in the 26 starts 10th with Kyle Athier in that Aflac 99 machine, though it's a 978. Maybe I need to update my trading paints. Let me make sure that's open. David Brenner starts 12th in the 922 Brown machine. David Owens, we talked to him earlier, P11, or the 11 car in P13. Matt Tucker, that's your points leader there in the 66, starting in the middle of the pack with Nate Maurer beside him. And there's Matt Novella, Joseph Volpis, and Wagaman. That's 16, 17, and 18th. Dalton Wilson, just talked to him, he's P19. 20's Chris Lewis. And then there's the rest of the field. Kirkpatrick, Bolander, Lester, Cornwell, Swingle, Mullern, Bryan, and Tibbetts rounds out the field. We have a 28-car field here tonight. Showboat. Oh, there he goes. All right. Let's see if we can get here. Hey, Jared, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right, I'm looking for you in the chat, wondering where the hell you were. All right, man. Everybody's saying you're the favorite here. What do you got figured out these guys don't?
Shoot, man, that's like pulling something out of a hat. You never know what it's gonna be. I don't know. I'm gonna say consistency. You gotta be consistent on these road courses. Minimize your mistakes, not have any major ones. You just gotta make it to the end.
Absolutely.
Those guys that protect their stuff, they'll have a decent finish tonight.
Yep. Well, I mean, I've gotten the ratio exactly one time on a road course, and that was the Chicago Street Course in BRL. And you've got the pace. You certainly do. In fact, the only reason I even finished ahead of you was a pit stop and some things that happened afterwards. So you certainly got the pace. Looking for a win on the season. Going to let you lock in here as you're approaching the bus stop. And good luck on the race, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
All right. All right, we're sending Mr. Kelly, your pole sitter here. So we are continuing to work through our various camera angles. Again, I will try to bring you the best possible camera angles that I can and the best coverage of this race. As they are exiting that right-hander, I gotta remember the turn numbers. Should have done a map. We'll figure out the turns eventually. We'll all learn them on the fly. Team Owens from Tina in the chat, as these guys take that right-hander, your pace car pops off. And it'll be Jared Kelly in the 55 and Rayshon Wingfield at 23, leading us to green here at Wednesday nights at MRL Xfinity Series. All right, this is big, a big push here by Plants as we get right-hander. Everybody making a little bit of lockup from the 24 machine. As these guys, oh man, the 66 of Tucker gets bent out of shape. And early battles as Wingfield gets passed by Plant. And Thornton wants a little bit of that action as well. All right, as we are approaching, it looks like everybody's got patience on their mind. A lot of single files. Here's the first attempt through the bus stop. See how these guys make their way through it. Everybody single file. Here's a little double file group here. Brenner and Wagaman gets by him. Everybody else single file here. Plant looking for the lead. Rayshon Wingfield big and wide. One of the turns where they can go extremely wide. And Plant, nice move inside, but a good cutoff here by Kelly, who will lead this first lap. Plant wants the inside again. Good setup there. He's got 2 wins for a reason on this season. And first lap is going to be led by the 55-year pole sitter, Plant. P2's moved up. Winkfield, Thornton, and Ty Keela is your top 5. No battles here so far through the track. Okay, here's Tucker and Manley going after it. Looks like they're going to get single file here. Owens looking for a bit of the action. Single file back out front still. Here's Bollinger getting his way past the 11. He's got some speed. Bollinger, your winner last week at IRP. 2 short track wins on the season. Let's see how the back-to-back champion gets around these right-handers. Everybody through the bus stop is taking it nice and easy here. Nice and easy, still battling here. Is this 53 machine? No real battles so far in this race. Guys in the back taking their time. Your biggest mover so far, Cornwell here, is up 5 positions. Wagaman up 5 positions. He's under attack here, the 56, and Matt Novella. This is for 13th and 14th here. Uh-oh. 26 spins. Entering the corner. All right, he seems to be good. Everybody's keeping up food. Doesn't look like I don't see any wrecks. I don't see anybody hitting him. We're good to go. Let's see what's happening here at the front of this race. As it is still Kelly leading Smith by 5/10. Winkfield a second and a half behind. Now, if you have watched our oval racing, you know a lot of this is tire saving. A lot of this is long run speed. Here, this is consistency, right? The tire wear does matter, but not maybe as much as other places. As here comes Plant, really looking for this. Here's that right-hander back to the start-finish line. He's able to get it to about 3/10, but a good pull from Kelly off that turn is getting him enough room, I think, into turn 1 here. But speaking here, this battle, this is a 4-car battle there, starting at P11. Nate Maurer, the 56, the Novella Renner behind them, and Chris Lewis dealing with an injury in real life racing. Novella, good exit on that turn. Remember, these guys cannot use that runoff. They have to stay in the track limits. So this is one of the most dangerous turns here at Watkins Glen. Bollinger. Looks like Bollinger has moved back a few spots. Uh-oh, David Owens is off the track. Is he okay? Is everything good? Okay, it was just a little bit of an off track in terms of maybe using a little bit of that runoff we were talking about. Some guys will trade a little bit of an off track, a 1X, a 2X in order to gain an advantage in a corner. Nothing against that. And here's Plant. He has caught your leader. Oh, man. Using all the car there. I think Kelly understands that Plant might be using a lot. He wants that clean air. Here's the battle. Good exit. He's been fastest off this turn. And look at Winkfield now. He was biding his time. 31 got pinned a little low on the corner. What's he going to do here? He's going to send it in with that Toyota. 53 just feels really, really good on that last turn and into turn 1. Here's a battle, Ty Keela and Eric Thornton. Ty Keela, one of those guys last week that we talked about at IRP earlier in this race. Spent a lot of time beating and banging with some of those guys on some older tires. And now here he is sitting P4. He's got the leaders in sight. This is Bauer Novella. He's been working on him. He's right on the bumper here. Why don't we go on board here, this 56 machine, see what he's dealing with through these turns for a lap with the 56. Now they can use the runoff here. Not so much in this corner. Interesting, a downshift here. Now this is a difficult corner, as you see there, biting both of them, battling some looseness off that corner. You really can't use, like you do see the guys in real life, all that runoff here. And then here in this corner, these S's here, everybody talks about how loose they are, except for one driver said they were pushing tight here. That was a 23 of Wingfield. We talked to him pre-race. Then hard on the throttle, lifting about right here, hard downshift. Got to be extremely careful in these rumble shifts, especially that one right there. Then this long roundabout right-hander. This carousel turn. Then up to the drivers how much they want to use. To that left-hander. Uh-oh. Steyer's on the wall. Steyer's finished second last week. Had a rocket ship of a car. But didn't have much for the 53 at the end of it. Here's the 99. This is Kyle Lathier. It's in the 99. He shows us the 978 there on your screen. This is the battle for 6th. Meanwhile, Kelly has extended his lead to about a second and a half. So we see, you know, the 31 really pushing, and it looks like they're losing a lot of ground. In fact, on corner exit there, it looks like the 23 may have gotten a run, and we've got enough to pass here. So we have a pass for P2. See if we can't find this on the replay. Just a good run on exit. Plant didn't really get the good run. Decides to get back in line. Smart move here from a veteran driver with 2 wins so far. Look at Bollinger using all the space on the exit. Bollinger has lost 3 spots, so the champion here, 2-time winner, won last week at IRP, struggling a bit. And he's got now the 11 and the 66, 2 really solid fast race cars behind him. And look at that, just absolutely sliding everywhere off this corner. It's a 53. Let's take a look. Last time by, your leaders matched 113. Oh no, that's their best laps. Last time by, Jared Kelly was the fastest, running 114s, a second faster than the rest of the field. He's got his lead up to 2 seconds. So the 55 talked about consistency. We are seeing that now from your leader. Looking very SVG-esque early in this race. If you're just joining, we are here at MRL Xfinity Series Wednesday Night Racing. Thanks for joining us. It's brought to you by the Intentional Wreck Podcast, a podcast for race fans by race fans. You can catch them live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. and on YouTube and all your streaming platforms, as now the 31 looks to have maybe cooled those tires off. And now he looks to be running down to 23 again. His lap times last time by, we're matching them. And we'll see there. And don't sleep on Taikila, faster than everybody at time by except for your leader. Let's see if there's any other battles occurring on this racetrack. Here's Dalton Wilson, started 19th. He's up to 16th so far in the 977. He had a good run last week there at IRP, but got turned, got caught up in some just aggressive racing on a restart, but it was up there. Uh-oh, right in front of them. Wagaman loses it here. Let's go on board with this 977. Wagaman, oh snap, is losing it everywhere. He drops 2 spots here. Let's see what this car is dealing with. Oh, he's in the wall. Volpus right beside him. They let him go. Oh, wow. We'll come to a full stop. And Volpus is going to get going. So some struggles there for the 977 and 974. And look at this, Kyle Lynott, who is back 9 spots since this race started. looking to get some of these spots back. So some of these guys that we're kind of used to seeing riding up front on these ovals are struggling. I want to point out here that Rayshon Wingfield has got this lead back to just, he's got about 4 to 5 tenths so far. He is now matching your leader's speed. All three of these guys are in the 114s. Talked to Wingfield before the race. Look at all the debris in turn 7. Yeah, all that, I don't even know which one is turn 7. I need to learn my Watkins Glens. You know what I mean? Watkins Glen turns. But yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of gravel on the track. Certainly making life difficult for these guys. As Plant and Smith still continue to run real close to each other, unable to get too far. Oh, there's a big slide there on corner exit. Here's a good race. This is for the P8 position. You have David Owens, Joey Stiers. Colin Bollinger seems to figure some stuff out. He's got the position from the 18. Yeah, there's that debris. Set the turn 7, a right-hander, all that. Somebody got up into that gravel, brought it on the track. Is there really only 7 turns at Watkins Glen? Did they count the S's as something else? Let's do a little count here with Bollinger. So here's 1. We'll learn the track together here. Here's 2. Up through your S's. 3, look, he's battling a tight race car, having a lift there. Pushes, does this count as 4? And then into the bus stop. Maybe the bus stop doesn't count as a turn. Or it counts as 1 turn, 5. No, because then that would mean this is 6. Yeah, I think the S is like, oh, real tight is the 53. You see there, he's trying to turn that car, but just getting nowhere. Oh, we have got a crash. Zachary Mullern. We'll check in on that here in a second. Look at the 969 machine. See what happened to him. Does he lock it up here? This turn 1 is absolutely treacherous, and here goes. A little bit of a spin cycle. Bollinger able to get by it. Oh, hate that. Just a foot more. He would have been in a way better position. Your leader is losing a little bit of time here as he's about 4 tenths slower that time by than the 23. So your fastest car on the track is the 23 Toyota of Wingfield, followed by Daniel Smith. And then as we're starting to see some guys come down pit road, some pit strategy here. Stiers, Athier, Maurer will just bring the rest of the field down. We'll see. Here's a battle for 12th and 11th. That's Kyle Lynott and Chris Lewis. Lewis up 8 spots. Oh, Lynott sliding that thing through the grass. That 988 is looking good, and the Suicide Awareness Ford. And he is sliding that vehicle around, let me tell you. All right, we're going to see Wingfield and Ty Keela coming down pit road. So it looks like the pit cycles have started here. I don't know exactly what they have in terms of fuel load. Some of these leagues start with about a 50% fuel load, so definitely not able to go the whole time through. And there's Wingfield down pit road here. So what we'll do, so we'll ride around with Mr. Kelly. He's got his lead over Plant, so about 30 seconds. Or 3 seconds, I apologize. My wife walked in the room, distracted me. 3 seconds. Just consistent, good consistent lap times. But will the undercut work, you know? Again, while Kelly is extremely fast, Wingfield was the fastest as we started this pit cycle. So will an undercut matter here? They are about a second and a half slower than the starting times and their qualifying times, which is qualifying times. We understand that those are going to be a little bit slower here. Let's see if these 55 is going to make the decision to turn it right. Looks like he's slowing down to do so, and he will. Will Smith lead a lap? Nope, he comes as well. Thornton Oh, we've got a wreck. We have got a wreck. What happened here to the 53 machine? I apologize, it didn't show up in time. Oh man, big crash here. Lester gets put off the track, spins, takes out the 53. Oh, his day's done. 66, your point leader. Let's see what happened there. From on board. Just lost it through the... Yep, lost it uphill, got loose, caught the 66 and the 53. Oh, man. Oh, man. Terrible, terrible. Vulpes has assumed the lead through the pit cycle so far. It is just him and Lynott who need to pit. This is Kelly, who is 6 seconds behind them. Winkfield, though, something's going on with Winkfield. Did he get caught in this? Let's see if we can't find what has happened to Rayshawn Winkfield, who... See if we can go back and see what happened. For this 23 that has led to him being 20th after the pit cycle. Bus stop is not counted. Good call. I don't know what has happened here. I know there was that big wreck with the 53, but as we skip through here and try to figure out what's happening. I apologize. I'm trying to get you up to date. We had a car that was looking like he may assume the lead. Here's the 974 Wagman right in front of him. Oh, no. Well, I don't know if we're going to catch it, but let's see if there's any damage on this 23 machine. Not on the rear. Well, we'll keep you up to date what's going on, because this was a car that was the fastest on the racetrack when the pit cycle started. Now, P18. Meanwhile, Kelly has assumed the lead. 2 seconds to the good, and then Tykula 11 seconds back here. Here's a battle. This is Athier battling David Owens. Off turn 5 here. They'll be side by side. Left-hander into 6. 99 sends it in. Oh, he gets real wide. Gonna get back on track and make it to the right-hander to 7. He'll clear him. Willing to take maybe that 1X. But David Owens wants it back here on the front stretch into the right-hander into 1. Reminder, our stage caution will come at lap 25. Got a crash by Mr. Randy Cornwell. This was right in front of Winkfield. What happened here? Right-hander. Oh, loses it. Oh, loses it. Doesn't anybody... Oh, just a little bit. That's Dalton. Man. And we're back to this battle here. Man, look at these guys driving the wheels off of these things through this bus stop. All right, well, let's go on board here and see how this car is driving. Winkfield anxious to get back to his spot. The 42, Kevin Kyle's going to move over, let him by. Oh, big over rev there. 23 machine is... Let's see what his lap times look like. I mean, he's running about 116. A lot of guys in front of him are slower. Likes these fresh tires, but what happened that led Winkfield to being so far back? Sliding them in there. This is Hunter Hanley into 26 right in front of him. Or just a lapper. Yeah, this looks like this might be a lapper. The 969, we saw him spin it going into turn 1 here. Fortunately for Winkfield, don't know what the tire situation looks like, but maybe you come in right before the stage, put some new tires on, and maybe flip yourself to the front, go on an alternate strategy. I don't know what the options are considering the fuel window. But Wingfield obviously has retained the speed. He ran a 1:14.43. That's fastest on the track last time by. Actually, Matt Novello ran a 1:14.39, but seriously, one of the fastest cars on the track. So we're going to keep track of the stories here as he continues to try to fight back that track position. Let's check in here. Battle for 8th place is a little more strong than I thought. Volpus trying to run them down. Your top 10 right now. Kelly, Smith, Keela, Thornton, and Athea round out your top 5. They're separated by 17 seconds. The first to 5th place driver, Owens, Novella, Maurer, Volpus, and then Brenner 30 seconds behind. 19 cars are on the lead lap. This pit cycle has really changed things up. Wingfield has worked himself back up to 15th. He is looking at Manley here. And in front of them is Tucker. Tucker is on the lead lap. You saw him involved earlier with that crash where Lester spun coming up through the S's, and then right here on the track they all hit. And 53 was collected as well. 53 is multiple laps down, running 24th, so we will not see him winning a 3rd race of the season so far. Big pass there from Wingfield, worked his way back up to 13th, so well, don't speak too fast here. Again, the 23 is the fastest car on the racetrack now, and so are guys like Kyle Lynott and Thornton. There again, Kelly might just be out there saving tires. He is 5 seconds ahead of Smith, but there will be a stage caution here in about 5 to 6 laps, lap 25, and that can change everything. Here's a battle. No, that's just a lapper. That's the lap car of Joey Stiers. Looks like Stiers may have been caught in some of those wrecks, dealing with some damage. Uh-oh. The 8 car of Bolander has crashed. Let's take a look what happened. It's the Bud 8 machine. A couple guys already have lost this going into turn 1. There it is. Got loose. Too much speed in the corner. All right. And wow, interesting enough, jumps to the pits there. So maybe he's done with it, because that didn't really look like something that might have ruined his race. So maybe that 8 car has had about all he wanted of this road course racing. Let's go back to live. This is a 3-car battle, then a couple seconds of each other. Maurer just staring them down, trying to run them down. He's been a little bit quicker last couple laps, but partly because these guys are dealing with the lap car of Joey Stiers, who finished 2nd last week. New dad. I don't know if he has other kids, but a newborn kept him out of the race between Texas and IRP. I think that was Darlington. But he is joining us here tonight, not having the best race so far. Wingfield has worked himself back up to 12th, guys, and then he's got a little bit of time. He's got 12 seconds until he's up to Kyle and Knott. See if we can find some guys battling. Thornton here has been running faster times than Ty Keela, who is not the car in front of him, but the car at Taco Bell neon teal machine ahead, turning into turn 1 right now. So let's see if we can ride on board with Thornton here. This is P4. Last time by, Tykeela was faster. Both these cars are all in the 115s. Only cars in the 114s are P11 Kyle Lynott, P12 Rayshon Wingfield. Everybody else is 115th or slower. We are getting ever closer to our only scheduled stop of this race. Here, the 97 of Swingle will let him by. And look at a big gain here on Ty. Thornton has really got some speed here. Oh man, Tyquila's stuck behind that lapper. This is a big exit here. We might be seeing a battle here for P3 here soon. Who's that in front? Is that Kirkpatrick? That is Genuine Draft. 27 of Kirkpatrick. Can Thornton make a clean pass on the lapper? Because he's been able to close it within just about 10 car, not even 10 car, 3 car lengths. Oh man. Patrick loses it here. Is he going to give space to the leaders? He will. We'll stay on board here with the 1. Yeah, too many times have I told my wife, unless it's an emergency, I'm racing. I gotta lock in here. Oh man, a lot of gravel on the car, or on the track there. Getting these guys loose through this uphill S's. Looks like Bolander has come back onto the track, so maybe got whatever he needed to do fixed, and he was moving out of the way. Maybe the leaders were coming, and that's why he went to the pits. A little loose there on exit. This is the 24 machine. This is the 1 we're on board with, Eric Thornton. And he catches just more stage points on the line here. This is our closest battle in the top 10 outside of Owens Maurer, who are about a second and some change apart. Oh, the 24 swings wide. Looks like the 1's a little bit better at this back half of the racetrack. Last time by, still the only 2 cars in the 114s are Kyle Lynott and Rayshawn Wingfield. So while Kelly has got a commanding lead up to 7 seconds, the question is if somebody else, if Wingfield can get his way back to the front of this race, will we have a challenger? Will Kelly do his best SVG impression? Yeah, this is where the 24 feels a little bit better through the turn. Really getting handling the loose race car better. And then through this bus stop in the right-hander is where the 1 seems to catch him. This is intense here as they get closer on these road courses. You know, you start mirror driving, you start missing pieces. Oh, look at that. A big, you know, saw the 24 lose it a little bit. The 1, quick hands inside the cockpit. I'd show you the other racing, but this is the closest racing we got on the track, guys. Actually, Owens and this group of guys, this is Maurer, Owens, Volpes, Brenner, and Kyle Lynott. Lynott was quite a bit back, but looks like all those 114s are starting to pay off. After this group, the next car back is the Wingfield, who's 13 seconds behind them. And 1 second faster is just absolutely nuts at a road course there. Still one of the fastest on the track last time by, though. Tyquila ran a 1:15.22. Rayshawn ran a 1:14.8. So this late in the tire run, Wingfield has got some speed. Again, he's kind of got that open air. So we know that in the open air, he's just as fast. Oh, Lynott making a big move here. Going to try to outbrake him. Now he's going to fall back in line. A lot of respectful racing by these guys. Understanding that, you know, we're just approaching the halfway point. Oh, Owens. Oh, no, never mind. The 22 drifted it through the corner. All right, he saves it. Certainly an apology coming from the 988. Here's Owens and Volpes. As Owens has spent a good chunk of the back half of this stage running down the 971 of Maurer, but just hasn't been able to catch him. And I think that's led to maybe some tire wear. And the 98 is all over the back bumper here, this 11. Looks like, look at this, respectful racing. Respectful racing here as Lynott gave the position back to the 22. I wanna, let's get a hand clap in the chat for some respectful racing. And your stage one winner, Jared Kelly, Daniel Smith, sliding it around the corners. He's having a blast. Ty Keela, Eric Thornton, Kyle Lathier, Matt Novella, Nate Maurer, David Owens, Volpis, and Brenner. Rounding out your top 10 here. The stage, 11 and 12 is Rayshawn Wingfield, Kyle Lynott. These guys get going around the racetrack, so let's see if we can't dial up your stage winner here. Got a message from Jax Duvall. He sent me a message. Here's the turns, idiot. I apologize. I'm really good at this track too. I just never count the turns. It's just not something, the way that my brain works is I've never counted. So, all right, let's see if we can't join Mr. Jared Kelly. Jared Kelly, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Finn.
I mean, I don't know if we need to change it to SVG. Oh my gosh, Plant has just absolutely sent the car. Destroyed it.
Oh man. Hope he's okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure he's fine. He was drifting.
Check his collarbone.
He was drifting a bit. So I want to say this. The only weakness I saw was right before the pit cycle. You were about 4/10 slower than the 23. Something happens to the 23 and he's back buried in the field. But was this more just you pacing your lead and understanding the pits were coming? Or do you feel like long run speed you could do something better?
No, I was just protecting the tires. I wasn't really going 100%.
Gotcha.
So I was just kind of managing my lead and just trying to protect that right rear tire or the left rear tire. Actually, it's been wearing the most on these cars because you're driving it with the rear end more than the fronts. So, but yeah, just trying to manage the gap and have a decent tire strategy.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to let you focus on the pit here, but congratulations, your first stage win of the season, dominant fashion. The largest interval to second place we've had in a stage so far. So congratulations. Good luck rest of the race.
Yeah, thanks, Finn.
All right, that is your leader. Let's go find out what happened as these guys come down pit road. What happened? He's drifting around, having a blast in this 31 machine. And he just loses it and, oh, destroys it. Oh, no. Oh, man. The luxury of a man with 2 wins. The luxury of a man with 2 wins here. Let's see if we can dial up Plants. Well, first of all, let's make sure he's not in the middle of pitting. He is in the middle of pitting. All right, let's talk with him. Plant, it's Finn in the booth. You're making it interesting.
Yeah, I got bored and I messed up.
I'm out here interviewing a stage winner, and I interrupt his statement because I'm like, oh, 31 cents into the wall. How bad is it? Are you going to be okay, or are you going to be driving a cockeyed wheel for the rest of the race?
It should be all right. Just gotta come from the back. It is what it is.
All right, well,
Just trying to have a little fun, messed up, but hey, it happens.
when you got 2 wins, you can play the game differently. So we'll make sure to get a little on board of you. Feel free to drift it through those corners and keep it interesting for us, man.
Oh yeah, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, good luck rest of the race.
Yep, you too.
He said you too, like I got a race. All right, let's talk to, let's get another interview. Ty Keela here. Hey, Ty, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Well, you've been gifted second place because the 23 had something happen in the pit stall, and Plant decided to do his best drift impression. I will say this. Later in that run, you were one of the fastest cars on the track. What have you got figured out today that's got you some speed?
I think you just got to take care of the tires a little bit towards the end of the run here, and it sounds like there's a lot of time to be gained in the bus stop area, so I feel like I've got a decent amount of practice here, and maybe that's helping out. Not sure, but yeah, just try to take care of the tires as best I can, and not fighting where I don't need to.
Gotcha. And yeah, we recapped last week's race a little bit, and obviously you had a solid finish there, I believe. Finished fifth in the race. A little bit easier on you today, right? Any lessons learned from last week, or are you still racing how you always race?
I mean, I'm racing how I always race, but this week, you know, the field's getting strung out a little bit, so that's helping out. You know, obviously we were racing hard last week, and wasn't seen like that from some other people, and I understand that. So I'll be more aware when I'm racing with others, and I totally understand where they're coming from. So my apologies where apologies are due. So.
I am a neutral party, sir, and for what it's worth, I thought the racing was fantastic. It's short track racing. You got old tires. You got to do what you got to do. So I'm gonna let you lock in here on your restart, man. But you're looking quick today. We'll keep everybody posted on you throughout the race.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Hopefully I can keep it alive.
We'll try. Just don't drift it. All right. So we are side by side. Let's talk a bit about after this pit cycle where we're sitting at. Jared Kelly has been the dominant man. He's led almost every lap so far. Sans your pit cycle. Then Ty Keela is going to be out on the front row. Been quick throughout the race. Novella, big jump here. And Thornton, who was battling for P3, he's going to be in the second row there next to the 56. Brenner and Athir have been consistent, but look at this. Wingfield has gone all the way back through the field. I decided not to interview Rayshawn just because I know it's frustrating and we don't want to. He's done a great job at saving this race car, getting him back in contention. I think he's maybe one of 3 cars that might have a chance at the 55 if things work out. So we will keep you posted on all these guys here on this race. But as we get through here, this right-hander, we get ready to go green for your second stage of racing here. Been a really clean, fun race so far. Obviously, road courses, you never know what you're going to get. Guys spinning it, but I'd say I give us a B+. A good chunk of guys saved it. You hate to see guys like the 53, unfortunately, get caught up in some stuff. Stiers is back on the lead lap, but he was dealing with some stuff, so hopefully everybody can keep it clean, keep it in one piece to the end of this race here as we're going to get going green. There's 19 cars on the lead lap. Losing a lap here is tough because of the lack of caution, so only one car earned that free pass, and that was Randy Cornwell of the 19 we saw spin earlier. So here comes the 55, bringing them down. We go racing again. Stage 2 at the Glen. MRL Xfinity Racing Wednesday nights. Big bump there. The 1 gets a pretty bad start. So they're going to be side by side. Ooh, the 24. Big jump. Oh, the 99 of Athir sends it to the corner. Oh, Kelly is 3 wide. Oh, look at the move. And Wakefield as well. How did he get to P2 so fast? This is insane. Kelly, who had a 7-second lead at one point in this race, now sits P3 after taking the... Oh, man, a big caution. Big caution. What happened? What happened? Did Steers wreck? Is that what happened? Let's take a look at what happened as I see the 18 is off the track now. Did he come down a pit after? Looks like he came down a pit as everybody went green. Look at this move here by the 22 and the 19 or 99. I mean, let's go on board and watch that. Just got it down on the bottom. All those cars turned. I mean, slight bumping, but that's a road course restart. These guys cleared through the entire field. What led to the caution? There it is. That's what led to the caution. Let's go catch that back. That didn't pop up at all in my feed. Oh, man. Coming out of that, this is Lanat. Gets subbed down. Oh, man, just trying to get back on the track. The 977, the 11, the only ones in it. What I think happened here is I think Lanat, yeah, on exit here, didn't want to run into the 22. You know, he did turn him earlier, probably felt bad, and that was just enough to send the 11. Everybody trying to give each other space. We've got to dial up. We've got to dial up Athir. Hey, Kyle, it's
I
Finn in the
blocked
booth.
it.
You got me?
Oh yeah, what's up?
Never in my life have I seen something like what you and the 23 just did. I mean, what gave you that confidence there?
Well, I saw him go to my inside, and it wasn't going to happen because he jumped me to the inside there, and I blocked it. And either we were all going to wreck or we were going to make it, and somehow we made it.
Okay, so you hold the lead spot in this race now. How comfortable or confident are you that you can keep it up here?
I'm not very confident. Yeah, I mean, I think Ray's faster. I think Jared's faster. Ty's not going to get by me, but I'm hoping I can get third.
All right, well, a fantastic move. You're keeping it interesting in a race where somebody once had a 7-second lead. So I'm going to throw you back to chat, but I just wanted to give you a chance to give us your insight because that was, mind blown. Fantastic move. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, good luck the rest of the race, man. All right, that is I mean, Jesus, how do you even make a move like that? That was incredible. So now, with 25 laps to go, Rayshon Wingfield has gone from being all the way stuck in the back. You know what? Let's see if we can't figure out what was going on with him. I said I didn't want to ruin his groove, but now he's back. Hey, Rayshon, it's Finn in the booth. You got me?
Hello.
All right, tell me about what happened after that pit cycle. I didn't have a chance to see what happened, but I just know you were 23rd out of nowhere.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was clicking stuff on the black box, and I sped.
Ah, you spun. Okay. We didn't get a chance to see what happened, but well, you made up for it. Insane move in the turn one there. What was it? Just either we're sending it, we're all wrecking, or did you feel like you knew something was going to go down there? That inside lane would be available.
Yeah, I mean, here Watkins Glen turn one is as wide as you can make it as wide as you want. And after start finish line, I was like, I'm just gonna go as close to the wall as I can get. If they block me, they block me. I'm just gonna send it. I need the track position, and it worked. Kyle got to the front, and I almost wrecked him there in the S's because I don't know what happened there. He was in third gear. I think I was in fourth. I was a little bit faster than him. His beams bumper off. I didn't know what was going on.
Gotcha.
I was like,
Yeah, I felt real bad because we were interviewing you for the race, and I was like, man, hopefully nothing bad happens, and then you spun. But I mean, right before the stage, I felt like you were the quickest, or the pit cycle. I felt like you were the quickest on the track. So it's good to see you back up front. What's the plan to hold off the 55 here?
Right. That's it.
That's it. Hold them off.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll let you lock back in. I didn't want to interview you at the stage because I didn't know if you were seething or upset. I didn't know what had happened and what led you back there. So good luck on the rest of the race, man, and hopefully see you victory lane.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You're Chase Elliott of VRL. Every time I talk to Rayshon, I want to get him hype. He's cool as a cucumber. He ain't got nothing. He's just chilling. He's a good vibe. Sometimes you need that, right? You get your plants who every time I bring him in the chat, I got to turn down the volume because he gets way too rowdy for me. So after a fantastic move, Aether and Wingfield are your top two. Kelly, Tykeela. It looks like everybody, for the most part, up in the front survived that. I want to do a little shout out here. That 9th place, 8th place, 9th place, Kyle Lynott. He was one of the faster cars here. So there are some guys that have got some speed, though. 98 is going to have to work through the field to get back. But the 99 feels like he has maybe a 3rd place car. The 55 and the 23 know that whoever gets in front here might be the winner of this race. We've got 24 laps to go, and I'm pretty sure we've got at least one more green flag pit stop. Well, it doesn't have to be green flag, I guess. It's just one more pit stop in general. So we'll see how things go here as they are approaching back part of the track. I was promised no long cautions after we had a 14 caution race last week. quick shout out as always if you love racing. First of all, thank you for tuning in tonight. You must love racing if you're watching iRacing this late on a Wednesday evening. This is a series that does a lot of racing. We got Monday Night Cup, races 11 p.m. There's your late night. Thursday night trucks, Friday night ARCA, and of course Wednesday night Xfinity. You're here live for it, so make sure you hit that subscribe button for the MRL broadcast YouTube. Catch us racing here live as we go back green here. Big aggressive moves last time. Let's see if we get much of the same. Here, the 99 gets a great jump here. 55, 24 is going to make that same aggressive move. And Kelly, once again, finds himself 3 wide. The 23 can clear, gets real wide. Happy to take the incident point there. Oh, man, aggressive move by the 23. And he's going to take all the lead. Taikila, oh, they bump into each other. No, a big crash. Thornton, Kevin Kyle steers Manley, the 975. Oh, Lynotte's in it. They're green for now. Oh, man. So coming off of this turn, I don't think this was anything malicious. And the reason I say that is these are the 2 guys last week at IRP that kind of disagreed with the way some of the racing went. Let's go to a good camera view here of the nose. Of the, I want to get the nose of the 24 here. And see what happened here. Obviously, you know, entering this turn, it looks like on corner exit, the 99 just lost a lot of speed. Trying to follow Winkfield. I don't think that, I mean, I don't think that was too malicious. Let's go, I mean, obviously didn't give him a lot of room. Obviously that one's on, I think, the 99 machine there. His day is definitely done. Let's see in the car what his hands look like. Not that I'm doing investigative work, I'm just curious. You know, he's obviously, yeah, looked real tight through the corner. A little bit of a correction. Is that Lewis that was right behind them? Who is this? Thornton was in it. Eric Thornton. All right. So yeah, they're 3 wide here, right? Let's go look at what Kelly had. That'll give us the answer. I don't know. I thought maybe he was a little bit closer. I think the 99 didn't want to give him too much room. And that is probably going to end his day. I mean, he is on the lead lap still, but the car is in really, really bad shape. How bad is Taikila's machine? Looks okay. Maurer and Lewis and Novella are the big movers here because of that move. They run 3, 4, and 5 in our 2 dominant cars. Kelly has led most of the race, but Rayshawn has had the speed throughout. Okay, it looks like Ethereal hit pit road. Kyle, Brenner, Wagaman, all. We just have 15 cars here that are going to be either in good shape or on the lead lap. Absolute chaos. Again, I'm a neutral party here. I'm not here to insinuate anything or any faults. I just know that those 2 definitely have had history as far back as last week at IRP. I'm wishing he had the flashback. I need to bring up the flashback so everybody can see exactly what I'm talking about. I want to work for that since we have all of our Auto Races broadcasts. If I can go find those quick notes, that'd be great to show you guys exactly what we're talking about. But I mean, we're just talking about 3 cars in the back, you know, back third of a race, fighting for position on a short track where there already is just 1 lane to pass. So I don't think there was anything here malicious. As Taikila entered a corner, kind of low mid lane, Aether got up into the wall, real slow down, and then on exit they ended up getting into each other and there was a spin. But I think they got it all settled out. And I don't think that led what we just saw there. I think that's just the 99 really struggling on the restart. And then, of course, as we saw pre-race, everybody talking about how much the car moved through the S's, how loose everything was. And, of course, you know, it's easy, it's already hard enough when you're by yourself on the track, but when you're trying to navigate 3, 4, 5 cars, some of them passing you, things happen, split session decisions, and I don't think he meant to wreck the field there, so we will re-rack them and make it work. There are just 20 laps to go here at this road course, obviously. Longer laps than normal 20, plenty of racing to be had. Sorry, I am saving my voice for the racing. I run out of things to to hype up. I guess we could do another interview, but we're going to let these guys lock in here. I think that's what we need to do. We need to lock in here. Again, looking at everybody, looks like some of these guys are still coming to get damage taken care of. Not, unfortunately, one of the fastest cars on the track caught up in that race. Hollander, Mullern, Stiers, despite having a little damage, looking like he may be able to turn this to a top 10 day. Owens caught up into a couple wrecks. Looks like some of that damage has been fixed on his vehicle, so Tucker, same deal. That grill's caved in a bit. Manley caught up in a wreck earlier. Daniel Smith is to recover. We talked about him. He finished second in the stage, and then messing around, having a little bit of fun, drifting exactly where we just were. He kind of sent that car, lost it. Looks like he's going to be back up. He's going to be starting P7 here on the restart. So another quick car making its way up to the front. The 23, the 55, the 24, and the 31, all very, very fast machines today. Three Toyotas, then the 55 Chevrolet, Ford of Jared Kelly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 20 laps to go here on the Watkins Glen event of our MRL Xfinity Series. Appreciate every single one of you tuning in this late on a Wednesday evening. If you are watching and you have a favorite driver you're rooting for, drop their name in chat here, as we are going to be back green flag racing with 20 laps to go. Rayshon Wingfield, I don't even know who's going to be leading after this turn here, as they are side by side. A good start there by Chris Lewis in the second row. Looks like everybody's staying single file or in their lanes here as the 23 gets through clear. The 55 should clear to 56, and we should be straight through on the S's. 23 has had an eventful race so far. Oh, man. Daniel Smith is going to be able to clear the 971. Look at him sliding that thing. He's slid through that corner a couple times already, as these guys are battling here. Oh, man, Maurer. Oh, really gets that car inside. Oh, and then he hits the grass. Tyquila's going to bounce back. He's completely in the grass. Maurer may have to slow down and give some time there, and that's going to allow the 24 to clear him. That's up to P6. Now we're driving the wheels off this thing. Here's Smith looking to the inside. Again, Smith extremely fast in this race, battling back after spinning it under caution. And a nice easy pass there, left-hander, turn 6, and then should have, oh man, Taikila wants a bit too. So this 24 machine certainly is carrying that pace from stage 1. He's sliding it there. These guys are trying to get up to the front as quick as they can. Wingfield has got this lead quickly up to a second on Kelly, but we talked to Kelly at the stage break. He's saving tires. Oh man. What happened there? Chris Lewis gets knocked out. He's back on the track there, but not before he's moved out top 10. So these are your leaders. Man, Maurer is driving the absolute wheels, all that thing. He's got Stiers right next to him here on the bus stop, though. They touch. Oh, Stiers is through the grass. Last time by, Maurer was through the grass. This time it's Stiers. Oh, can he hold on to it? He's driving everything he can. Oh, the 11 lifts gives him a little bit of a break. But this race in the middle of the field is absurd. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Owens is next to him. Does he let him by? Tires is, I mean, if anything, he is absolutely burning these tires up. Here he comes flying here. It looks like he take a breather, this big group of guys that were racing. Take a look here up front. Kelly looks like he's settled in a bit. He's cut this lead in half, so we'll stay here with the leaders. Who's saving tire? Who's pushing? 17 to go here. Watkins, Glen. Wingfield has had an adventurous race. Was running P2, was running down your leader. Out of the first green flag pit stops, he said he spun it. Oh man, big wide off of that turn here. Kelly's got this down to 4/10. Make it 3/10. The 23 is recovered, battled all the way up through the field, and then a couple restarts ago, sent it from P8 all the way down on that wall, next to that pit road wall, came out of it P2, and he holds the lead now. Kelly, however, has led pretty much all day long, and he's been consistent despite these hectic restarts. Field is getting spread out here, is from 1st to 10th, there's a 13-second gap. This is the race for the lead. And the closest race within the top 10, Kelly. Let's see inside the vehicle. The Ford here, 55. Only downshifts twice in the bus stop compared to once for some of the other guys. Oh man, Wingfield in the grass. Closest we've seen this 23 to winning a race this season. Late at IRP last week, he was second with the freshest tires. Coming to the green flag, his computer glitched out and he disappeared. And it reconnected him and put him in the last back part of the lead lap. He recovered to finish 4th. So the speed is there for the 23. But just unfortunate circumstances. So where are we at now? He's got the fastest car on the track. Right behind him, trying to run him down. They ran within 1/100th of each other last time by. 1:13.76. Let's get some lap times on this track. Compare Kelly to Wingfield. Kelly just a little bit slower there. If it's green, that means Wingfield is faster. But look, these guys are trading quick laps with each other. Oh man, so much better through the bus stop, and we saw Wingfield almost struggle through this section last time, and now he's real close. A little bit better exit from the 23 than last lap, but the 55, even better. The top 4 cars, the only cars running 113s. They qualified at 113.3. They're running qualifying laps here. Who's using up their tire? 15 to go here. Wingfield, a real good corner there. Got a little space, but here's Kelly sending into this turn. Who's the better off of turn 7? Out of bounder. We come down to the checkers later. Good lap here. I expect Kelly to be a little bit quicker. And he was by 0.2. All right, this is the closest he's been. A good exit here. He knows that Rayshawn struggled through the S's. He's going to peak here. Doesn't mean he wants to pass here, but give him a little bit to think about here into this turn. Again, Kelly downshifts twice. I've seen Wingfield downshift just once in that turn. And look, it's where that time is getting gained. All that pull in the lower gear. Oh, man. Oh, sliding it there. Both of them are. This is fantastic racing. This is Ambrose and Keselowski 2009 vibes, guys. These guys are matching lap times right on each other. This is a true battle for road course dominance here. Both of these guys looking for their first win on the season. Closest driver with the win on the year is Daniel Smith, 4 seconds behind. Here's the first of our pitters, is Ty Keela. That time by less than a 10th. Kelly was faster. There's a good turn 1 there by the 55. The 24 is going to come do the undercut. We'll see what that does for him. They might be too far back for it to matter too much in terms of a battle for the lead. And 55 has just been so much better through this section of the race. There he goes, peeking the bottom already. Somebody got into the grass. Oh, wow. Might have been the 55 as quickly that lead jumps back up to 0.6. A good turn there. So learning as again, has he been faster, Kelly? Yes, but has he been using his stuff up? Trying to put some pressure, force a mistake out of this 23 machine. Now it's 0.7. All right, he's going to go for the undercut here. Understanding that time is quickly fading. So Kelly ducks down pit road. This is the battle for 4th. Stires and Owens, eventful days for both of these guys. They've played in the grass, they've played in the dirt, been in a couple wrecks. You can see the right front tire there of David Owens. All right, Kelly is back on the track. He's in P11. And just a little bit ahead of Ty Keela. Oh man, looks like he might have caught the wall there. All right, so Wingfield and Novella choose to come down pit road. That will assume the lead to the 31 of Plant. We saw him drifting around earlier. Does he make the decision to run long? He does have a win this season based on tire strategy. That was Texas, where it came down to just this. Him and Kyle Lathier were battling it out. Lathier goes with the short pit. Plant gives it about an 8, another 9 laps there. Then chooses to come down, runs down the leaders from about 9 seconds back. So we see a similar move here from this 31 machine. He's got 10 seconds of lead here. Let's see, compared to Kelly, who's on fresh tires. Kelly ran a 134. But I think that might have included, you know, getting up to speed here. Coming out of the, depending on where his pit stop was. So we'll see what these laps look like. But Smith is pushing. He's running 114s, 114.4 last time by. As we, uh-oh. Why did I say uh-oh? Wingfield came out with the lead. He pit with the lead. He had the lead. I'm sorry, but let's see what kind of difference this makes here as Kelly, looks like Kelly's about a second behind Wingfield now with a couple lappers between them. So the undercut doesn't work too much here as Wingfield is able to assume the lead, but he's battling here with this 975 machine of Randy Cornwell. Cornwell not giving much of an inch here for these leaders, who is Kelly is going to get past the 8. If they start struggling behind this 975, 55 is going to be back in it. Smith chooses to stay out. His lead's up to 15 seconds. He ran a 1:15 last time by. Kelly ran a 1:15 as well, so good on these old tires. Smith is able to match lap times despite the tire differential. There's a big, oh wow! Cornwell spins right in front of the leader. He wouldn't move and Wingfield got tired of it. You gotta let him go, man. Oh man, how much damage does the 23 have? This is your effective battle for the lead after the pit cycles end. I'm all for racing, but brother, the leaders are coming. Let them go. Cornwell puts himself in a bad spot. Now this is for position, but I do not think Cornwell has pit yet, and that's where I guess that's, you know, granted. Yeah, Cornwell pit on lap 34. So he pit maybe 10 laps early in these guys. I guess that's early enough to battle, but man, he was... All right, I'll take back what I said. I thought Cornwell was a lapper. He was battling for his position. Certainly fighting for it on 10-lap older tires. Smith will come down to pit. We'll see where he cycles out. Maybe that scenario paid off for that 31 machine here, is that certainly held up the 55 and the 23 a lot. And look at that. He's going to come out right behind these guys when he was second. In fact, he's going to be in front of the 55. Look at this. Enter 31, enter new tires. Did he do it again? He has now split the leaders. The 55 even had to check up here. He's going to have fresher tires by about 2 laps than these guys. And not to mention, the 23 did suffer some damage. So we've got 9 to go here at Watkins Glen. Steers, who last pit at lap 34, and Tucker are in front here. Who knows if they've got enough fuel to try to push this 9 laps to the end. But I do think they'll be caught here as, well, Tucker's 4 seconds ahead of this group, and Stiers, I kept saying Steers, Stiers, my apologies. The 18 machine Stiers is leading this race with 8 to go. 10 lap older, does he, I don't know what the fuel tank looks like. The 31 though seems to have capped out just a little bit as the 55 has got him in his sights and the crosshair. This 3-car battle for the lead. Thanks to Randy Cornwell battle with the 23 trying to keep his position. He has since pit in your last car on the lead lap. Wingfield is in the grass. Stiers just put 2 seconds on Tucker here. Got up to about 5.5, almost 6 seconds lead for him. Will we see Stiers pit, or are we seeing a fuel strategy? Almost 21 laps on fuel it would be. Oh man, 31 and the 55 had a lot better of an exit there. And they've got the 23 so close. And you know that 31 willing to push it, knowing he's got a little bit more tire than these guys. 23 nice and smooth, 55's right there. I mean, who's going to make a mistake first? 31 a little loose there on exit, and the 55 is a bit closer. All right, so we see the 18 tucked down pit road. He stays out late. I don't know where he's going to come out, but he will have the freshest tires on the racetrack. Tucker will go with him. So this is the battle for the lead as the 23 retains the lead here through the S's. The 31 on a longer pit strategy. He's found himself back in P2. He finished the stage 1 in P2. And then the 55, who has been the class of the field all day, it seems like some of that speed from earlier is missing. He's certainly quick, but he's not 7 seconds quicker than these guys like he was earlier, so... Oh man, they are approaching another lap car. This is Dave Kirkpatrick in the 27. Will Kirkpatrick let them by, or will he battle? Oh man, look at that, getting squarely on exit is the 23. Look at the 27 smoking it out right in front of the leaders. Oh man, he's makes the 23 slow down. Is his engine blowing up? It looks like it might. Now the 31 is extremely close. Nothing but bad luck for this 23 machine as the car blows up right in front of him, of all places on the racetrack. Now the question, does Kelly back up? Clean those tires off, wait for these guys to battle. He said, wreck 'em, go Smith. Now will Wingfield give the position easily? Smith does have 2 wins on the season. Looking at the teammate chat, I see Plant and Wingfield are in the same team in chat. So there might be some... Who knows, there's just some leeway from teammates to teammates. There's the 31 looking for his 3rd win of the season. There's the 23. Say it's checkers or wreckers, man. We got 6 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. 55 looks like he may have lost a little bit of steam. He's dropped back to a minute or a second and a half behind this group. Wingfield, calm, cool, and collected. No lap cars in sight for the 23. Doesn't look like there's any damage from that contact with the 975 earlier. So we've got 5 to go here, but still a very long group here as Wingfield was faster that time by about a 1/10. Oh, the 31 slides it. And that gives a little bit of breathing room. 6/10, make it almost 7 here for the 23. And starting to pull away here. Kelly might have been the only one. If we can find some speed and push a bit, or will the 31 start pushing here? He gained a couple tenths there through the bus stop. Let's go on board. See what he's doing inside that machine. Absolutely sliding it around. Struggling with that dirty air of the 23. This might be the story of the season. With the rate that this race has gone, the 23 was right in P2, catching the 55, spun after the first set of green flag laps. Worked his way all the way through the field from 22nd to 13th. Then on the ensuing restart of the stage, went from 8th to 2nd. He took the lead from Aether on a restart and hasn't looked back. Guys, Kelly is close. Kelly understands with 4 to go. Now's the time to go. Oh man, the 31 spins it. So 23 has a bad turn. Everybody struggles through the bus stop in front of Jared. Oh man, this is really looking SVG Busherous there. Somebody's got to make a move here. As the 23 makes a mistake. And they are back to being really close here. 3 laps to go here at the Glen. All your leaders are under a blanket. Wingfield, Smith, and Kelly, 2 guys looking for their first win. Smith looking for his 3rd. Novella back there, P4. Tyquila, P5. I know we haven't kept in with them. Oh, man, here's a lapper right in front of leaders. All right, he'll let him go. Racing with respect. Dalton Wilson, your 977, man, these guys are moving. All right, a little bit of relief here for Wingfield as the 55 and 31 gets a battle. And again, we talked about teammates. The 31 knows that if he can get to him, he's going to race his teammate, but is he happy to make life difficult for the 55 who isn't on the team? Oh, the 55 sliding through the corner. He saves it, but oh man, he's back a second. Wingfield loves to see that in the mirror. Using every bit of that racetrack. The 55 is able to recover, but did he burn some of that tire up? 31 peeking inside, trying to see if a mistake can be made by this 23 machine. He has made a pass in this turn earlier. Running it wide, really sending it. Happy to take an incident point. 2 laps to go at the Glen. Six-tenths is your difference from first to second. Kelly looks like might have fizzled out. It would really take a mistake here. Fantastic S's there, as he's going to gain a tenth and a half. Wingfield flying. Kelly sees the opportunity now. He's going to go side by side through the bus stop. No, he won't. He'll check back in line. He slid through here last time. Really patient this time through. Stiers and Owens are battling here in the back. They pass each other and pass each other back. Let's see if they race it clean here. Owens peeks out and peeks back in. But back to your battle for the lead. It is still 6/10 as Kelly once again seems to catch Smith and then just not have enough for it. You got to think this is a teammate making life difficult for the 55 as we go white flag here. The next flag ends this race. What will we see here from the 31? The track is fairly clear in front of the 23 for this lap at least. There's a car through the S's ahead of them, but as long as he keeps it going straight, I don't think that'll impact the end of this race. For the last time here, approaching the backstretch, is your 23 machine. Catches a bit of the grass. And the 31 is really slowing that 55 up. Oh man, they're sending it. He was second at IRP when a disconnect put him in a bad spot, sent him to the back of the field. He recovered to finish fourth. Today, a spin puts him even further back in the pack. Again, the 23, a masterclass in recovery, a masterclass on the road course. And with one final turn, we've got a new winner this year in the MRL Xfinity Series. The 23, Rayshawn Winfield, wins at Watkins Glen. Smith, Kelly, Novella, Tykila, Maurer finishes. Owens, Tucker, Manley. Something happened to Stiers. Looks like he may have crashed. Loses out on the top 10 finish, as it is going to be Lewis who wraps up the finish. A fantastic recovery here by the 23 to give us a new winner. First new winner in a couple races. A clinic of recovery by this 23 machine. Even after the pit cycle with the lead, having to deal with Cornwell crashing in front of him. It has been nothing but class from the boys 23, who has had speed all year long, but finally able to put a full race together. And he will burn it down on the front stretch. He said he loved these road course races. There he goes. There's your SVG high five down the lane. You blow it up. You blew it up. All right, let's get your leader in the booth. Well, it didn't come without some adversity. Having to go back through the field with a spin. Having to also deal with almost spinning the 975 off the nose, getting through him in traffic. What did it take to stay composed through the last 10 laps of this race and bring home the first win for you?
Man, that was the hardest I've ever drove in iRacing ever. I had my teammate Plant behind me, pushing as hard as he could to get around me. I was just trying to keep my composure. I kept on missing the bus stop. I thought it was over when I missed it that one time, and they got to my bumper, and then they got into each other. But yeah, I mean, sorry to the Randy. I mean, I don't know what I could have done there. It was in the S's. I felt like I got my nose cut off. I was sort of just trying to stay away from Jared, because if he got to me, it was done from there. But yeah, it was just fun. I don't know what else to say.
You
I
might
didn't expect my first win here to be from a road course. That's
Oh, is this your first win in the series?
Yeah.
Wow, man, it was. I mean, you've been quick, and my perspective is different, from everybody else that's kind of been around. I kind of assumed you'd already won one. Maybe this was the first one of the year. I was impressed, man. You've had great speed, and we talk about adversity. Like, this was the adversity race. You had to go green flag from like 23rd to 13th. Then the crazy move on the restart. I don't know what the move of the race is, but it's definitely was the 23 car. So congratulations, man. First win of the season. I called you the Chase Elliott of MRO earlier because every time I get you in an interview, I can't get you to be excited. You're just as cool as a cucumber. You got no energy. But you know what? You probably needed that today to recover and just stay focused on everything.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty damn excited right now. Kind of a little bit dehydrated. I wasn't able to drink any water, but I was getting pretty excited there in chat. But yeah, man, it's just pretty exciting. Locked myself in the playoffs for the first time over here. Yeah.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the season, man. Looking forward to more wins from you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Man, no matter how much fun these races get, they're just more fun when the 31's driving around. Were you thinking anything about your teammate needing a win, or were you pushing as hard as you could?
I mean, so when it comes to Sean, he's an alliance, but we do consider him as a team related. I mean, I didn't want to put him in a bad situation where he screwed up too bad and wrecked himself. I know he's been trying and etc. And I mean, I could have a couple of times, but I figured I'd cut him a little bit more breaks than what I would probably give someone else. But I mean, for the most part, just wish I would have stayed out another lap later, and wish I would have took less fuel. I think that's what hurt me and made me lose the lead.
Well, I will say this. I think that looking at lap times, it looked like they were going to be quicker than you. I mean, when you stayed out, you were matching Kelly's lap times on his new tires. You were matching his out laps and everything like that. So I was curious to see where it would go, because you were, 2-ish seconds behind them whenever it all pit. But I don't know if you caught, but Cornwell ended up spinning right in front of them and slowed both of them up for maybe, 3 seconds in a lap, and that was your out lap. So when you came out between them, they were a little slowed down. So I do think you pit at the best time, because I think they may recover and things might have been different there had it been one more lap and maybe your tires wear. So I think you did the strategy right. I think really it just came down to...
Well, I mean, if it was the pit timing, then that's fine, but I still should have took less fuel. I thought I was a couple laps okay, but I ended up putting a little bit more than what I needed in it, and I feel like that maybe half second could have been the difference between being ahead and trying to pass at that point. It's tough unless you really make a mistake, and I felt
Yep.
like I could have done a decent job to hold him off.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you already got 2 wins on the year, add a second place to it, and the most entertaining driver. You know, the fight of the night, performance of the night award will go to you. I mean, both of you guys recovered. He spun under, after green flags lap, you spun under caution, so at least you made it a little bit easier on yourself. But congratulations, a great race, kept us entertained, and good luck next week, man.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe next time I won't showboat too much until after the race, so I don't put myself in that position again. But yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for what y'all do, and have a good one.
No problem. All right, we're in the booth here with your third place finisher, Jared Kelly. Listen, I thought you did about as good as you can to recover after those restarts where I'd say you got bullied a little bit. How did you feel about those restarts, and did you think you had anything more in the end there, or just struggling to get around the 31?
Yeah, I just guys wanting to be heroes there on the restarts and everything. I don't blame them. I mean, Sean did everything he needed to do, and he did it pretty well. He earned it. The Kyle guy or whatever. I mean, I don't know. He was struggling through the S's the whole time, so I'm not too sure what happened there or anything like that. But yeah, you could say we got used up, but that's part of it. Turn one here, with half the race left to go. Yeah, just trying to survive, and yeah, you just can't really make passes unless someone gets screws up massively.
Right. It felt like
Yeah.
lap time and just seeing where you were strong on the track. It really felt like you may have had something for the 23, but you were just where you were better than the 23. The 31 was strong enough to keep you at bay. And that's what it looked like. Is it looked like all three of you guys weren't willing to ruin your spot in order to pass each other at that moment. So from the booth, felt like a real clean race. It sucks. You dominated the first half of this race. But you know, that's the nature with stage cautions and things like that. So, but I do think you've got the speed to go win another one this year. So, any last thoughts here? Any tracks ahead that you're looking forward to, or is this kind of the one you had circled?
I don't know. I think that 23 needs to go thank whatever lap car he took out to slowing me down. But other than that, I don't know if we'll do Portland coming up. I haven't driven these cars
that
there.
is,
These cars are a little nose heavy and they like to plow, but you gotta learn to manage it. I don't know. Maybe we'll make a return. We'll have to see.
Okay, so
we
you're
just really-
you're just a ringer on this in this field.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't know. Yeah, I
just needed to have a decent Watkins Glen race. Sunday went terrible. Tuesday went even worse. We just need to have a good day, and I mean, it's better than the 2 days combined. So, we just wanted a good finish here. But yeah, 23 and the 31, they earned their spots.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I thought it was a lapper in front of you guys, but it was the 975 who just hadn't pit yet, and he was holding pretty steady on his position. He really wanted it bad. He ended up pitting
Yeah.
right after you guys got by him. So from my perspective, I don't think he was trying to. It was you're talking about through the S's that really slowed you guys down.
yeah, at
Yeah.
the top of the S's.
Right, because then that
But-
put the 31 between you guys, and that was huge for him. Is that if that didn't slow
Yeah.
you down, you're still second, and you're probably in a better position to win the race.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name was, but
Cornwell.
yeah, he was hard to pass. Yeah, Cornwell. He was hard to pass, but I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do to get a good finish. So I don't blame him there, but it definitely hurt our chances because I feel like maybe if we could have just raced mano a mano against that 23, maybe we could have capitalized on something. We felt really good on those secondhand tires. So
Yeah, and you were were you downshifting twice into the bus stop?
yeah, I was going
Yeah.
down into second, being
Yeah.
real aggressive.
Yeah,
on the
he
curves.
was the third. I had pointed that out earlier in the race when you were kind of following him, I think, before the pit cycles. That's where you were really catching him. Those were his crucial mistakes that kept bringing y'all back to him. If the 31's not in front of him, who knows what could happen. But an entertaining race for all of us, and it was a good crowd in here tonight, around 10 to 15 people. So thanks for putting on a show, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks to Battleship North Carolina, Aeromotive, Cheddar Scratch Kitchens, Performance Bodies and Parts, Mills Concrete, all those guys. They helping me out, and we'll watch this one back with my little nephew, and he can see the race cars go by.
That's sick. All right, you have a good evening, man, and I'll see you Sunday.
You too.
All right, that'll about do it for us here in Watkins Glen. A fantastic race. A new winner. Rayshawn Wingfield battles all the way through from adversity to win his first race, not only of the season, but in the league. You love to see that. Thank for everybody who tuned in tonight at MRL's Xfinity Series. I'm Finn, and this series was brought to you tonight by the Intentional Wreck Podcast, a podcast for race fans by race fans. You guys have a great week. Tune in tomorrow right here for their truck series, and meet us back in on Wednesday night for the next round. Next week as we head to Kentucky Speedway on the 20th of August for the next edition of the MRL Xfinity Series.